This is the middle of the line. If you know this to be 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, what is the coordinate of the midpoint? That's the question I'm asking here. How do we find the coordinate of the midpoint? Does anybody remember? What?
You add the x together to 5.
Just tell me what formula you write on paper.
X.
So midpoint M equals what?
X to the plus
X
2
x2
plus x1
plus x1
divided by 2
divided by 2.
and then comma and then y2 plus y1 divided by 2.
Do we all agree with this?
Yeah.
If you agree with this, raise your hand. Okay? Then of course you have to put it in bracket. Why do I need to put it in bracket?
It's square.
It's what? It's a coordinate of a point. It's always in, just like 2, 3. You don't just write 2, 3 and leave it. It's not like a sequence of numbers. Okay? So this is right. Now, what if I have 2 points, P and Q? Banyi, this is not the time to look at your textbook. This is the time to be focused. Now, what if I want to find the length of this line, which is the distance between P and Q? So I give you 2 points, 2 coordinates, x1, y1, x2, y2. I want to find the distance between them. We have also learned in the previous grade distance formula. Can somebody recall that, please?
Square root.
So let's say the points are P and Q. So PQ equals, yes? X1, what? X1 minus X2, comma,
Y1 minus Y2.
Do you agree with that?
Is it the square
I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't remember.
There's a square root, okay? Where do, here or here?
Square root x1 minus.
Okay, square root first.
Is it a plus?
Okay, so she says square root like this. Okay, so after that, Jerry, can you check if we can see this, particularly for those that are. I'm waiting quickly, please. Time, we don't have time. We have maximum 10 minutes. Yes? Yeah.
Yeah, we need square root.
Okay, after the square root, what do we have?
x2, x1 minus x2.
X2?
x1 minus x2.
X1 minus X2.
y1. Plus 1. Yeah.
Yeah, say that again, sorry. I didn't get that. X1 minus X2, what next? Bracket here or here? Where's the bracket? Like, where? Okay, now they hit me. There's a square somewhere, thank you.
Bracket and then square and then you add them
Brackets
together.
and square.
No.
You
Bracket x.
You have to tell me, huh?
Bracket.
I'm clueless too.
Bracket x1 minus x2.
Okay, so there's a bracket before,
Yeah.
All right.
Bracket behind.
the bracket
And then
after.
square.
Okay.
And that is a minus.
Now we can put plus or minus.
But why do we have a square and then a square root? They can just cancel each other
Yes,
out.
that's right. Did you have to add one? But you have to add like bracket y1 plus y2.
So we're gonna add what?
Bracket.
So no minus.
I don't know.
No more.
I forgot.
Okay, minus, we're not sure about you. Alright, so what do I write next?
Bracket.
So you see that we don't get it, or we are all in trouble here. So let's just deal with it.
y1 minus y2 brackets.
Minus,
y1
okay, y1,
minus
plus again,
what?
plus here.
Minus.
Okay, minus.
Bracket square.
Does it get square also?
If it's square, then why just square root? They just
No,
cancel each
no,
other out.
because after you
can't do
add
that.
them, it's different. You're not
If
multiplying
it's times
them.
between them, you can add. Yeah.
So is this our final suggestion?
Why does the square root exist?
It's
So that's the question. Can we show this? That's the question I want us to answer in the next 5 to 7 minutes, and I need your attention. Now, what have I noticed so far? Some of you don't remember enough. Some of you don't remember this formula because what you tried to do last year and the year before is just to memorize what the formula is. I saw someone trying to write something on paper, maybe try to remember some idea. So if you can remember what I'm about to show you now, then you don't have to start thinking, oh, well, is it plus, is it minus? You just take like 30 seconds and try to show this yourself. Does it make sense? So I need your attention now. Now, assuming we have a line, the endpoints of these lines are A and B. The coordinates of A and B happens to be x1, y1, and x2, y2. Full attention, please. What does that say about this point? I need everybody to contribute, please. What is this point?
X1.
X1. What about this point?
Y1.
And for B, what is this point?
X2.
And X2, 1?
Y2.
2. Can you stop looking at that? All right. So the question here is, we know this extreme point, we want to find the midpoint. Does it make sense? So the midpoint we're trying to find, let's trace it also. What is this place?
X1.
That's why it's just X. There's no 1 here. And, well, it doesn't look straight. Just pretend it's a straight line, all right? You can't kill me for that, okay? So just leave me alone. Back off. Okay, so we are looking for this. I call this x1, y1, like, oh, the first coordinate given, the second coordinate given. So this is the unknown, x and y. The question is there any relationship between these three variables? What is the relationship? X is the average. When you say average, you could mean mean, median, or mode, actually. So what average are you referring to? The median. The mean. The mean. Okay. It will actually be the median too. What does median mean? The middle. So X is the middle. When you talk about average in terms of arithmetic mean, you mean when we have these two and divide by 2, we get that, right? So I think both median and median will be valid. So let's go with the median. X is the median, the middle of these two. Okay? Now what does it mean to be the middle of something? It means to get the middle of any two numbers. What is the number exactly midway of 6 and 10? 8. Are you sure? Let's check. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly midway is it 8?
Yeah.
Look at it.
It's not
But you roll 10 times.
Oh! I was wondering what's going
Oh,
on.
8.
Alright, so definitely 8 is the midpoint, right? Are you following what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's that guy doing over there? So definitely 8 is the midpoint. How can we see this? All you have to do is add the extreme together and divide by 2 and you can get that. Okay? So same thing we're going to do here. We are aware that this is the midpoint of this. Even if you don't want to do it that way, we already agree that these two are the same. So these are the same, right? This length are also the same, right? Because I already used 2 here. Okay? So if these lengths are the same, how do we find the distance between x and x1? What is this distance? What is the distance between this x and x1 and x? What is this gap? Say that again. From here to here is what? X minus x1, right? What about from here to here? X2 minus x. Now, what do we know about these two numbers? I have only 5 people, maximum, opening their mouth. Others are just looking, like it's a movie. Can I please hear something?
They're equal.
They are what?
They're equal.
So if they are equal, can we bring an equation?
Yes.
What is that?
X1 minus x1 equals x2 minus x.
Remember, this is the unknown we're looking for. So let's solve for x. How do we solve for x?
2x
Don't give me 2x. I don't know how you got that.
2 minus x.
X
plus
plus, where does this come from?
here.
Right? On the other side will be x2 plus x1. Okay? So 2x, I can change this to x1 plus x2. Addition, it doesn't matter, right? So if I solve for x, what do I get?
x1 plus x2 divided by 2.
So I do the same thing to y. What is the gap from here to here? Y minus y1. What about the gap from here to here? Y2 minus y. And what do we know about these two? They are also equal. Oops, what did I do here?
Not bad. It should be upper.
Okay, so we can bring another relation here for y. What is that relation? Y minus y1 equals. Okay. Now if you continue this relation, just like x, okay, let's just solve it together quickly. Y plus y, y2 plus y1. 2y, y1 plus y2. So y is, so which means, remember the midpoint is x comma y. So that is why we say the coordinate of the midpoint, remember, x, instead of x, we bring all this in. x1, x2 divided by 2. Then the comma sign is that. Then the next thing is y, which is this one. And that's how you find the midpoint of a line segment. So when you forget, try to picture this yourself. Quickly before we go, because I think we have 2 minutes or even 1. Here is about distance. So let's label this again. What is this quickly? x2. This is y2. It could be x1, it doesn't matter. What about this one? y1. And this is x1. Right? Remember, this is what you need. What can you see in this picture? The right angle triangle. Now you are looking for this length. What do you use to find that length? So if you use Pythagoras Theorem, you need to know this too, right? So what is this one? x2. And what is this one? Are you sure?
y1 minus y2.
y1 minus y2. Okay? So PQ, Pythagoras Theorem, remember? A squared equals b squared plus c squared, right? So what is our a squared? That is PQ squared. Agree?
Yeah.
What is your b squared? So let's pick this first. x2 minus x1 squared. And this, y1 minus y2 squared. Now, what does it matter if I do 5 minus 2 squared and you do 2 minus 5 squared? Does it make any difference?
Yes.
No, they're the same.
This is 3 squared, 9. Minus 3 squared, 9.
Okay.
So to make the formula look the same, we flip one of them. So PQ now, I take a square root, and I flip this if I want to make it look like 1 before 2. But if I want it to be 2 before 1, I flip that one. And this is the distance formula between 2 points.
Yeah, so we were right.
Does it make sense? So when next you forget, draw a picture and figure it out. Do we have this part on the camera?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Class dismissed.
Wow.